All right, we're going to start it here. We've got our Elon student athletes, Hunter McIntosh and Gerald Butler. We'll start with David from the Times News with questions for the student athlete.
Hey guys, first of all, for both of you, obviously it's been time of not knowing with basketball. How good does it feel to be back and finally get to play a game?
We'll start with Hunter.
Yeah, it's been coach put the number on the locker room, been like 260 some days, since the last time we played. So, everybody on the team was itching to play. I think, throughout the game, we kind of showed some jitters a little bit, but everybody was excited to come out and just compete. We've been battling each other for the last, couple months. So, we're definitely, we're excited to play against somebody, we didn't see every day.
Yeah, to pretty much piggyback off Hunter McIntosh, yeah, we were very excited. He definitely saw the nerves from the beginning, but Coach always talked to us about just keep competing and keep fighting, and that's all we want to do: come out and get better as a team tonight. And that's what this game is about. It's just a statement game, and it's just showing everyone that we're here.
David, you got a follow up?
Yeah, and again for both of you guys, there's a point, I guess, kind of later in the second half when they cut it to like 15 or 16, and then you guys combined to score like 11 points in 2 minutes. Was that just a case of you guys saying, "All right, enough of this, let's close this out"?
Um, yeah, I mean, pretty much, Coach kept talking to us. Like we felt that we was better than the performance that we were showing, and we wanted to come out and make a statement in that 11 minutes, and that's just exactly what we did. That second half, it got a little rough. It was a little sloppy, but we got it together as a team.
Yeah, especially down the stretch. If you, look at us as some of the leaders on the team. Somebody kind of has to step up and be able to help separate the lead we had to grow that 15 to more. So we definitely took it upon ourselves just to contribute, whether it was scoring or playmaking, in order to extend the lead.
We'll go to Alex with Elon News Network.
I think so.
Alex, we can't hear you.
Or his volume's off.
All right, David, you got anything else for the student athletes?
Yeah, I had one for Gerald real quick. Obviously, you had to sit out last season, so is it extra special for you to be back now? I mean, and what did you kind of learn from having to sit out as a transfer?
I think the biggest thing I learned sitting out is how to be a leader, like even when I'm not playing. And that's what coach was like, demanding from me, like be the guy that everyone could look up to. I'm pretty much a vet on the team. I think I'm the oldest, so I know a lot of the guys on the team look up to me. So that was the biggest thing, just learning to be the example on and off the court and being that everyday guy.
All right, I think Alex is going to type in a question here, and I just like to remind our student athletes if they could just speak up a little bit more with the mic being in the middle. All right, that's it. We're going to thank our student athletes. We'll have Coach Stragi here in a minute. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we've got Coach Stragi here. Coach, I just remind you if you could speak up, just
keep the mask on.
Yeah, please keep the mask on. We'll have an opening statement with Coach and then questions. You're good.
I thought it was a good first step for us. We haven't played, I think, in 261 days, and the guys who weren't on last year's team, that was even longer. And I'm proud of the guys. I thought we came out with amazing, defensive focus. And we had some slippage. That's gonna be typical that we got to work through. That's what we got to learn the most from. But we did not shoot the ball well for being a really good shooting team, and still found a way to create some separation in the game. And got a ton of respect for North Carolina Wesleyan. I know that coach really well. We go way back, and they're going to have another great season. But we're still a pretty young team, and when I say young, I include Gerald Butler because he hasn't played basketball and didn't play a whole lot at Butler, and then sat out last year. I could tell he was he had the nerves flowing today, Ansi, to play his first official game in a while. And then you got Ikena, who played, some last year, but again, he's with a new group. So I was really proud of, how we responded and kind of the first step we took today. We respect every opponent we play, and our guys know it. We prep the same way for North Carolina Wesleyan that we're going to prep for any other team in our schedule, and just glad to get a win and have Thanksgiving and get ready for our next one.
We'll go to David.
Hey, Coach, David Curley with the Burlington Times News. Nice to meet you. Congratulations on the win. I'm curious, you mentioned obviously it's been a long time since anybody's played basketball. Just how good does it feel to be back? And was in your mind there a lot of questions about, would this day come?
I was really optimistic and positive it would happen for the longest time. And, you get a little bit more nervous here recently. All you have to do is get on social media, the internet, to see all these games getting canceled, and nothing's foolproof with it. But our guys have been so great sacrificing and being selfless and doing whatever they can to control and stay negative as we have to test. And so it feels great because they deserved it. They've been sacrificing so much. And so focused on getting to this point and excited for the season. So it felt great. And it felt great the last 2 days. I heard from so many people this here at Elon, coaches, administrators, excited about our season, wishing us good luck. And we've been the lucky ones. Like we've been the lucky ones at Elon to finish our season last year. We've been the lucky ones to start a new season. The fall sports and the spring sports certainly did not have the luxury. Women's basketball last year couldn't even compete in the tournament before this all happened, or couldn't finish their season. So we know we're blessed, and just so thankful how positive we've been, but how positive Dave Blank, our athletic department, and Elon University and President Book have been, through this whole process.
David, follow up.
Yeah, there is I guess kind of with 6-7 minutes left in the second half, I think Wesleyan cut it to 15 or 16. And then Hunter and Gerald just kind of, I think they combined to score like 11 points in 2 minutes. Is that kind of just what you needed at that point? Just older guys, I guess, relatively speaking, or experience to kind of shut the door a little bit.
Yeah, Hunter McIntosh is a sophomore, and Gerald Butler. But yeah, we're going to go through growing pains a lot still this year. Last year we went through a lot. We still are this year. We've got more experience, but we're still playing a lot of younger guys, like I mentioned earlier, different classes, but still young in terms of being at Elon. So I wasn't surprised that they kept fighting and made the game, and that's where I thought we had some defensive lapses. We did not shoot the ball well at all, compared to how we expect to shoot. And I think I'll take every 3-pointer that we took tonight too. But to answer your question, yeah, Gerald stepped up big. Hunter McIntosh made some huge threes. I thought Hunter Woods, for not really scoring the ball tonight, during that time, made a lot of winning plays. And the kind of stuff, I think some assists end up in the box score, but some other plays that won't. So I was really proud of him and his performance during that time too.
We'll go to Alex Reynolds with Elon News Network.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the first win of the season.
Thanks,
you were talking about this, really long time since the last time we played. But it feels like almost a completely different world, in those 261 days. And, racial justice is one thing that's really come to the forefront in that time. So for you, as the coach and a leader on this team, when the team comes out and wears like the equality shirt and Lift Every Voice and Sing is played after the national anthem, what do those things mean to you and to the program as a whole?
It means so much. I thought we always had dialogue, but certainly heightened dialogue when everything happened in May and June. And it's been a constant conversation and will continue to be with our guys and here at Elon. And I'm proud of the response. I'm proud of what they want to do. We had those shirts made this summer, the equality shirts, and another popular term of ours is unconditional energy. And we have shirts like those that we'll wear from time to time too, pregame. And, you know, at the end of the day, everything that's going on in the world, you know, everything in a perfect world, things are unconditional. And it starts with how you treat people, and it should be unconditional based on race and ethnicity and gender and all those things. And our world's got to become a much better place, starting with race. And we've had a lot of dialogue with our team. I'm proud. You know, they wanted to play, lift every voice. I suggested that, and they wanted to do that. And I was proud of them making that decision as well. But I just want all our fans, everyone at Elon, to appreciate we got a very diverse team now. And I want them to appreciate them, not just as players, but as people. And, you know, it's impossible for me to understand what our Black student athletes go through on a daily basis. But I try to listen. I try to learn. I try to understand. And that's why I would ask all of our fan base, who happen to be white especially, to recognize that and try to put yourself in their shoes as we continue to make these decisions going forward, you know, to fight the good fight and get in this good trouble, or whatever we need to do to make this world a better place. So.
Any other questions for Coach?
I had one more real
David, go ahead.
Federico, 13 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Seems like he was just, you know, consistently. He didn't do anything flashy, I guess, so to speak. But is that kind of what you're looking for him, just to be that reliable option down there?
Yeah, he's our, you know, one. We're gonna try to post some other guys, but he's our one true low post scorer. And we told him tonight, every time he had a man on his back, hit him. Obviously, he had a size differential here. I've seen him score at Carolina last year. I saw him score against some really good competition. He can do that, and he's grown. He's grown in terms of his consistency, at least over 30 practices, and obviously he gave us a huge boost at the end of last season. But he's a hub for us because we can hit him and not just score, but he's a good passer. Obviously in our offense, we hit our big guys a lot at the elbow, and he can make a lot of passes, and he's gotten smarter. I thought last year he'd make some careless decisions at times. He's gotten a lot better at that too. But yeah, to answer your question, he needs to be a hub for us down low when he's in there, and we're not going to surprise anybody the fact that we're going to try to go to him in the low post when he is playing.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Just a reminder, I'll send you this recording and final books, and we appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.